Tonight's iconic matchup is presented by Yingling, brewing America's lager for nearly 200 years. And in Kansas City tonight, the Red Sox can sweep the Royals. They can come home with a 4-2 road trip. They can move over 500 on the road this season and improve to 10-8 in the month of May. Another night like last night, and great pitching out of Connolly early would do it. Dave O'Brien and Lou Merloni along with Jemai Webster with you. And the man who led the charge last night was certainly Jarren Duran. He was the tip of the spear offensively and defensively.
It was one of the best games we've seen from him in a long time. He just sort of shows you what he can be, right? Defensively. After adjusting the left field last year, it was rough at times for him, but this year he's been fantastic. Beautiful diving catch, and then going back on this ball. Big moment of the game, robbing Salvi Perez of a double. And, of course, offensively, with the lineup of a lot of unknowns, you've seen what this guy can be. You've got to get him going offensively. He has the upside in this lineup to get this offense going.
Take Flight, presented by Yingling Flight. Your vibe, your beer. When we come back to Kansas City, Jemai will sit down with the catchers, Salvador Perez and Carlos Narvaez, great admirers of each other's work. Before the Red Sox go for the sweep of the Royals, coming up next. Baseball on NESN brought to you by Audi. Visit your New England area Audi dealer today. WB Mason, free next day business delivery from your local hometown team. By Planet Fitness, only $15 a month. Sullivan Tire, official tire and auto service of the Red Sox. And by BuyAToyota.com for offers not seen on TV. Visit BuyAToyota.com. Turned into a really nice night here in Kansas City for Game 3. Red Sox looking to take all three. Jemai Webster, you had a chance to chat with a gentleman who wear the tools of ignorance on an every night basis.
That's right, OB. It's not every day that you get to sit down with the future Hall of Famer, but I had the opportunity to do just that with Kansas City Royals catcher, who's first base tonight, Salvador Perez, who's accomplished just about everything you can in this game, fresh off a World Baseball Classic championship. And then there's Carlos Narvaez. So much potential in the upstart of his career, but despite that, he was able to teach the old school catchers something new, which is a part of their appreciation for each other and why Salvi loves the way Narvaez approaches the game.
This year we work out together, and you're not gonna believe this, but he teach me something how to framing, because as my height, 6'4" behind the home plate, framing came a little problem for me. So we was working out together this offseason, and I got some tips from him. Excited to see him play every day, super happy. The way he prepared himself, got the opportunity to work out with him, the way he prepared himself, and I think he's going to be one of the best.
Listening to him, where he's like good words to me means the world to me. You know what I mean? Like, because I always, when I'm a young kid, I always watching how he catch, and I just want to be like same way. You know what I mean? Being one of the best for so many years. Like he's the captain of this city. He can be anything in this city. You know what I mean? He's a hero in our country too, especially the World Classic a couple months ago. You know what I mean? Like it's such an honor. You know what I mean? Just being on this side with him. You know what I mean? Having this relationship now means the world to me.
And the full and complete conversation already up on NESN's YouTube page. Do yourself a favor, give it a watch. Salvi, as mentioned, at first base tonight, with Narvaez behind the plate for the Red Sox again. He's catching Connolly early, trying to lead the Sox to their second sweep of the year. OB and Lou on the call, the finale from the K after this.
Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you by Nissan. Shop NissanUSA.com today. And by Chili's Big Crispy 3 for Me, the best $10.99 you can eat. Kauffman Stadium in KC. We're going to put up a new ballpark that'll be ready, they say, by 2030. That's the hope here. In the meantime, this remains home. Here's a look at the Red Sox lineup, brought to you by Plymouth Rock. Jarren Duran coming off his best game of the year in left field. Yoshida the DH, Abreu in right field with 6 home runs. Contreras, Rafael Sogard at third. Marcelo Meyer playing second. Narvaez catching. And Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, big offensive game last night, back at short.
Royal starting pitcher presented by WB Mason, 33-year-old Michael Wacha, having a really nice year, 9 starts. He's 4-2 with a 2.83 ERA with a whip under 1. Fastball's going to sit around 93. He'll lead with the four-seamer. The changeup still one of the best in the game. The hitter's got 137 off of it. Gutter, sinker, curveball, and slider. Defensively, behind him for the Royals, Michael Garcia is back at third base with Witt Jr. and Lofton up the middle. Salvi Perez plays first base. The outfield left to right is Collins, Isbell, and Caglione, with Elias Diaz doing the catching.
Umpires for tonight's game presented by M&T Bank. Eric Backus has the plate. Malachi Moore at first. Elias Diaz moving to second, and James Jean at third. We're available. This telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your TV remote. SAP brought to you by Toyota Certified Used Vehicles. Weather forecast real pleasant here tonight. 65 degrees, partly cloudy skies, no threat of rain. Red Sox getting out of town tonight. They'll have a day off tomorrow, probably getting in around 3:30 in the morning, but enjoying the day off, and then back at it on Friday against Minnesota.
I guess you enjoy it. We'll be in our bed. I'd be in my bed around 5.
5 a.m.
Yeah,
right?
I figure I'll just wake my kid up and take him to school and then take a little nappy.
Why not? Why not?
Yeah.
Well, here's Jarren Duran coming off a great game last night. 3-run homer, on base 4 times. Stole a base. 2 terrific plays in the outfield.
Well, you just saw what he could be, right? It's only the second time this year he's had a game with 2 extra base hits. I'd like to see, hopefully, this little road trip get him going, because it's been a good one for him.
Old buddy Michael Wacha, his first pitch, and we are underway on ball 1. Pitched the 1 season in Boston. It was a forgettable one for the Red Sox, 2022, but he went 11-2 that year, kind of resurrected his career with a 3.32 ERA.
Yeah, he kind of ran into, kind of reminds you of, like, say, like Giolito coming in here, right, for a year, throwing the ball really well for you.
Red Sox finished last, but he was a bright spot.
It's pretty much been that since. You know, went out to San Diego, had a very similar year he had in Boston. He signed out here. A 2.83 ERA right now.
In for a strike.
Who gives this team length? He's averaging 6 1/3 innings per start. It's tied with 8 others that are averaging that, but still, that's tops.
Swing and a miss. There's that changeup that can be deadly for Wacha. He puts away Duran, 1 away.
The changeup's always been great. First time we saw him, remember 2013 with the Cardinals in the World Series. Guy's hitting 137 off that pitch.
Yoshida 262. Will ground that one to short on the first pitch. Witt's a vacuum cleaner. 2 up and 2 down. Sox have had the Royals number. That number is now 8. The Red Sox have won 8 consecutive series against Kansas City. Going 18-7 against them. Even with Salvador Perez in the lineup on a regular basis. Here's Wilyer Abreu now, 294, 6 home runs. Went 2 for 5 yesterday. Felt like everybody had a couple of hits. Red Sox wound up with 15. In the end, it turned into a bit of a laugher. Wasn't that a lovely feeling?
It was. 5 guys with multiple hits.
Red Sox scoring 4 in the 9th to really put that game on ice. Big swing and a miss. 1 and 2.
Well, Walker's going to keep you honest here. That 94 looked like 120. You know, that was just by him. See him flip over that slow curve ball. You know he's got that changeup in his pocket, cutter, but that fastball will make it look even that harder because he's kind of sitting soft.
1-2 to Wilyer. Left that up. Sox coming in 21-27. And looking to establish some momentum heading back home. Cut on and miss, struck him out. 2 Ks in the first for Wacha as the Red Sox go quickly. Let's check out the Royals lineup presented by Xfinity. Michael Garcia will lead it off. Bobby Witt Jr. with 7 home runs, 15 stolen bases will follow. And Perez, Collins, Lofton, Caglione with 5 home runs. Marte's the DH, Diaz catching. And Kyle Isbell is in center field. Taking on Connolly early, 3-2, 3.21 ERA. And he drops in strike one.
Clock starting pitcher brought to you by BuyAToyota.com. A 24-year-old early. A really nice year. That ERA 3.21. Strikeouts 45. That whip 1.2. Walks a little bit up there. As for his pitching arsenal, look at that four-seam fastball. He's going to average about 94 miles an hour. Good changeup. Sinker's been a really good pitch for him this year. That curveball, slider, sweeper, more so to lefties.
0-2. Garcia very tough on lefties. 389.
Conley's last start, you remember, against the Braves. 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, 2 solo shots. Wanted to go back out there in the 6th.
Yeah, he was very disappointed when he was taken out at that point.
Yeah, it was 86 pitches. He's throwing the ball well. It's a couple solo shots, but they knew he had to pitch the last day of the trip, and it was 4 days rest. They wanted to go a little short, kind of let him loose here today a little bit more.
2-2 to Garcia. Conley's allowed just 2 runs in his last couple of starts. Tampa Bay and Atlanta. Start against Houston May 2nd. That was a problem, but in the other 8 starts, his ERA is 2.47. As he deals a 2-2. Got a piece of it.
Yeah, that 4-day rest rather is big for some of these young arms. Now, the difference with Conley is that he's started in the big league, so he never got on that AAA routine. He's actually thrown a couple of times on 4 days rest rather, and he's got the wins in both of them, so he can do it. But you got to keep your eyes on guys like Tolley or Bennett when they were up here earlier.
2-2. Little chopper back toward him. He pounces on it, throws low. Nice dig by Contreras. How often have we said that?
Oh, he's good over there. And again, when you got a guy over there that is an infielder, you can just catch and release, because you know you get it close to him. This one here, you just catch it, a little sinker down, just nice little pick. Works on it every day. Flores, infield instructor. Not an easy one either.
Made a lot of those plays. He has saved a bunch of errors with Junior at 301, 7 homers, 23 runs batted in, and 15 steals.
You know, Wilson had year 1 last year at first base, kind of coming off catching, and admitted like month of April is weird for him playing first because he's so used to being involved in the game behind the plate that felt like he wasn't even in it. And then once I think he started feeling comfortable, he started playing a really nice first base. Year 2, he has been fantastic. I mean, he's one of the best first basemen in baseball when you look at some of the metrics.
It's a giant reason the Red Sox are so much better defensively. His abilities around the bag at first. And the ability, I mean, you've got guys like Durbin, for example, and Trevor Story, one of those guys too, and Trev was healthy. Not afraid to bounce those throws over there, because they know he's going to dig them out. It's something the Red Sox have not had in a while. 1-2 pitch. On the infield, charged by Kiner Falefa. Got to get rid of it fast, and he does. With Witt running and 2 down.
Check out the Red Sox defense presented by Car Shield. Nick Sogard back over at third base. IKF will be at shortstop. Meyer at second. Contreras at first. The outfield left to right. Duran, Rafael Abreu. Carlos Narvaez doing the catching.
And Salvi Perez to dig in. Hitting just a $199, but 7 home runs. He's only 7 home runs shy of matching the Hall of Famer George Brett for the most home runs in Royals history. George hit 317. There's a shot down the line. He hooked it wickedly, but he also knocked it out of the ballpark. So he gets a little bit closer to George Brett, and there's number 8. Hit that one wickedly to make it 1-0.
Well, he's only had a couple extra base hits in his last dozen games, but this one here, he jumped all over. This is a pitch that Conley's been really effective with. That 4-seamer up and in the righties. You mentioned now 6 off pace of George Brett for Perez.
Eight home runs allowed by Connolly early now. And sends up Isaac Collins, the left fielder, switch hitter.
Yeah, you know, the first 3 starts of the year, he didn't give up a home run. This fastball up and in, gets his hands in there. He hadn't given up a home run, remember, in his entire career. Now it's not that many starts.
Popped up center field for Rafaela.
Those 8 in the last 5 or 6 now.
Yeah, bit of an issue. 1-0 Kansas City.
Welcome to the Surfside second inning. Kansas City now up a point after Salvador Perez's solo shot, but the Red Sox pitching staff, guys, in May has done well with a top ERA at 2.53 in the American League. You almost forget Garrett Crochet hasn't pitched this month, and he's on the IL. He took a step towards the return today with an up and down bullpen session. He is in line to throw again, likely Friday with another side session. Depending on how he recovers, he'll then be reassessed on next steps, but probably facing hitters. We talked with Garrett. He said that next step is what he's most excited for right now, because he says he's trying to move at full speed in the bullpen, but it's manufactured, so the live will get him to finally getting a baseline for where he truly is at, because that red dummy in there isn't giving him a whole lot. He's looking to increase that intensity and see where he truly is.
He's been very upbeat and very positive about how he feels these days. Contreras just took a vicious swing and wound up on the seat of his pants. Jumps right back up, but here's the 1-2 from Walker. Missed in.
It is wild, right? It's 2.53 ERA this month, and he has been hurt. This is that swing. Just sort of lost his back foot.
Ball 3. Yeah, your best pitcher, your ace.
Yeah. So he did the up and down. So basically his next outing out in the bullpen will be like a in-between start bullpen. And then they'll evaluate whether the next one's live, whatever they want to do with it. But of course, you'd love to get him back. You will find room in this rotation.
3-2 pitch from Walker. And punch to right field. Caglione reaching, can't get it over his head. That'll be up against the fence. Contreras into second. He wants 3. Here's the throw from the cutoff man. He'll dive in and he's safe. And a triple for Wilson Contreras to right field. This is a great triples park. He takes advantage of that with a 3-base hit.
Boy, I love this swing. I mean, you know, not every time it's going to be your ace swing, pull side power. Every once in a while, you're going to have to expand and just shorten up, make contact. Look at that. Nice little short stroke. He finds the barrel. It gets in the right spot, and he gets that leadoff triple. Just using the whole field. Sometimes 2 strikes. Got to adjust that swing.
Here's Cedon. Red Sox trying to draw even quickly for Wilson Contreras, his first triple since September of last year. And the Red Sox have the tying run 90 feet from the plate. It wasn't even a strike. It was off the plate.
Oh. Well, that's kind of staying in the middle of the field. I mean, if you're just thinking pull, you're just swinging and missing at that all day long.
Cedon 2 for 5 last night. We check out tonight's home run odds presented by FanDuel.
There's the big at bat here, right? Get that fly ball, get him in, get contact. Infield's kind of 3 depth, not all the way in, not all the way back.
Nobody out. Poke to the right side. And a bobble by Lofton. Everyone's going to be safe. Contreras was not coming home on that. He goes back to third base. So the Red Sox do not get a run out of it, but safe at first and third.
Yeah, again, Cedon, you know, not ideal, but better than the strikeout, right? Go out, reach it, make contact. Some things can happen. Lofton just takes his eye off it. As you can see, he started looking at Contreras before he even catches this baseball to see if he was going. Forgot about catching the ball first.
Now you make a great point about contact there. As Sogard will stand up and take a ball. Had at bat so often the last couple of seasons for Cedon resulted in a strikeout.
Yeah, I mean, both these first 2 at bats are kind of expanding with 2 strikes to put the ball in play.
Cross for a strike on Nick, hitting 273.
You know, again, even a ground ball ties this ball game up. Infield's back now, looking to turn 2.
Meyer on deck. Change up. Such a good pitch.
See that point out left field. Reminding him, staying on it.
And a 1-2 to Sogard. And a line drive, base hit right field. Contreras is in to score. Rafaela into third. Red Sox taking advantage here, and they have tied the game 1-1. There's still nobody out.
Well, this is really nice by Nick. He tries to triple up. You know, he hasn't really seen Walker before, and he knows. I mean, he's got one of the better changeups in the game. But he leaves this one up, and he leaves it in enough for Sogard to reach this ball, but still stays on it. Now riding a little 6-game hitting streak. If you go back to last September, just a baseball player.
Contreras starting out with a triple, and they knock him in. Here's Meyer now. Marcelo 219, 2 home runs. Red Sox trying to keep the line moving.
Now this is another challenge here, right? Teams have attacked Marcelo's with changeups, and this guy's got one of the better ones. Same situation. Contact gets you another run.
None out, 2 on. Sogard with his lead at first. They're going to keep him close. Walker coming to Kansas City, signing a 2-year deal. Right through it. Little 4-seamer at 91. This guy first started out with the St. Louis Cardinals years ago. He was a blazer with his fastball.
Yeah.
He was 97, 98.
Talking about that changeup too. He challenges him with a heater in. First pitch.
Faced the Red Sox in the 2013 World Series pitching for St. Louis. He started game 2 at Fenway with the Cardinals. He won that game 4-2 despite giving up a home run to Big Papi. And it'll be popped up, foul ground near the Red Sox dugout, and no play. Did David make an out in that World Series?
I thought the World Series hit like 850, didn't he?
It was unbelievable.
I mean, it really was. You're sitting there going, guys, I'll put 4 fingers out for you, right?
Yeah. He was incredible. He always was at crunch time, but that was unbelievable. First and third, Rafaela and Sogard. Red Sox trying to grab the lead here. And that'll drift down low.
That's a really nice take. There's that first changeup he saw. Bet you he'd love to have that cutter back. That last one he fouled. It was up.
Narvaez on deck. And the 34-year-old Waka almost hit him. Full count on Marcelo Meyer.
3-2. He's been kind of challenging him in with cutters and heaters, but 3-2, you figure maybe he goes back to his money change.
And downstairs for ball 4. Red Sox have the bases loaded for Narvaez.
That's a really nice at bat by Marcelo. You know, this guy's changeup now. He just, that was maybe an easier layoff there, 3-2, because it was so low and in the dirt. But good changeup guy to be able to see the baseball, make good swing decisions.
A number of good at bats here in the second inning against him. So no place to put Carlos Narvaez. 217, 2 home runs. And chops that one. That's a fair ball backhand. It got the out at third. The high throw to Tag got him, and that winds up a double play. Narvaez out at first. So Garcia with a fine play. Third base umpire James Jean ruling that a fair ball.
A really nice play by Garcia. I mean, this ball could have chopped, could have got over the head. He reaches for it, able to stop his feet, gather himself, get this bait, be able to touch third. Look at this. This goes down the line. You're talking about a really big inning here for the Red Sox. And Salvi does a nice job coming off the tag in Narvi.
Red Sox leading it 2-1 as Kiner Falefa gets in 267 without a home run. So now Marcelo by himself is the base runner at second. And the count 1-1.
Izzy was a hitting machine yesterday. 3 for 3 with a walk. 4 for his last 4.
And 4 for 13 against Waka, so gets a decent look at him. Red Sox with a go-ahead run to take a 2-1 lead here in the second.
A nice answer after giving up 1 there in the bottom half. That lead back.
We have not said that very often until this part of the season. And pop foul back out of play. The inning began with a Contreras triple. Cedar Rafaela put the ball in play and reached on an error. Sogard drove in a run with a base hit, a walk, and then a double play ball with the bases loaded, drove in another run. And a liner caught. Lofton moving in on that to make the play. But the Red Sox with a response. They get 2 up there, 2-1 Boston. Red Sox get 2. They jump in front, bottom of the second inning, and Nick Lofton lead it off here against Conley early. Well, out a home run in the first inning to Salvador Perez. The Red Sox bounce right back with a pair of runs as they bid for the sweep here in Kansas City. Lofton, a .240 hitter without a home run. There's second baseman.
I mentioned those 8 home runs that Conley early has given up now this year. 7 solos. In his last outing, 5 innings, threw the ball really well, gave up 2 solo home runs, but nobody on base, still attacks hitters, throws strikes. Kind of fearless with that.
0-2. Got him. It's been a good pitch for him. Elevating that four-seamer. He strikes out Lofton.
Yeah, that's what kind of surprised me with Salvi. Like this pitch here, now this is a little bit away, but he really throws that ball up and in four-seamer to righties. It really gets him. He just didn't get it up enough to Salvi.
Caglione, right fielder, 246. He's belted 5 home runs. Fly that one down the left field line, foul. Caglione, graduate of H.B. Plant High School in Florida. It's the alma mater of Wade Boggs and Pete Alonso. He's not quite Pete's size, but he's 6'5", 250.
This kid's a monster.
The looper racing out. Sogard, Duran coming in. It's going to dunk down for a base hit. Didn't crush it, but it'll take the second hit of the night for Kansas City.
You mentioned he was a pitcher too in college, and I think we saw that last night. And do you remember Chad Epperson sending Sogard? He's in 100th percentile in arm strength. 97.3 average. He threw that ball last night 103. It said.
Oof.
I don't think Eppy kind of looked at him and said, "Okay, maybe we won't challenge you here tonight. We'll see."
Maybe that's off the table. Maybe with Bobby Witt Jr. too. On a relay throw in it for strike on Starling Marte. 292, no home runs.
I mean, we think of Brady, who's got a great arm. He averages around 93. This kid averages about 98 on his throws.
Pretty good pitcher at Florida too. And went full hitter. Fouled off by Marte. Diaz on deck. Red Sox up 2-1. It'll be nice to be back home. Red Sox a week on the road. Peyton Tolley on the bump on Friday in game 1 against the Twins. One and 2. Tolley coming off a terrific outing in Atlanta. 8 innings. Not a big strikeout game for him, but a really smart pitching performance. Cut on and missed. Well, that one ate him up. An off-speed pitch for his second strikeout.
Good changeup. We've seen him before too. Even his last outing, felt like he didn't have the changeup, the curveball. He kind of didn't have it, but He was able to adjust with good fastballs and sinkers. You know, the strikeout swing and miss is not there what it was last year when we saw him in September. But he's still pitching to contact. He's showing he's got all the weapons.
Diaz, the catcher tonight, 2-11 with a home run. Looking at ball one. Red Sox have really had their way with the Royals. 33-14 against them since the start of 2018. They're flat dominated.
You know, it's funny because I remember coming here and never being able to beat them when they weren't any good. And then when they got really good, it felt like the Sox would come here and just beat them.
Yeah, it's very true. For many years, this was a really tough place for the Red Sox to win. Back when it was artificial turf here.
That was before my time. I've had a few days where August it's 100 and something, wondering how these people played on turf.
I know it. Here in St. Louis. Throw down to first base, a dive back by Caglione. And you know, the logic on that used to be families would come from all over the Midwest and plan weekends to come see the Royals, come see the St. Louis Cardinals. And that's why they needed to have the turf in case of rain. Of course, the ballpark diamond would drain so quickly and you could play the game. Had a better chance to do that. Fewer rainouts, but oh my God, was it hot.
Yeah, but see, to me, that's like a high school problem because they don't have tarps. Just throw a tarp on there. You're good.
Eventually, they both went to grass fields. Such a great improvement. 2-2. He struck him out. He puts away Diaz. He struck out 3 men in the inning. Red Sox up 2-1. Red Sox 2, Kansas City 1. Dave, Lou, and Jemai with you from Kauffman Stadium. As we proceed to the third inning, Jaron Duran leading it off against Michael Wacha. 0 for 1 tonight. Then Yoshida, the DH. Masa likes this ballpark. Popped up sky high right through the chute. Wacha called off by Garcia. Third baseman will make the play. I'm pretty sure Wacha could have caught that, but Garcia doing what every third baseman does. WEINS and Jimmy Fund Radio Telethon presented by Arbella Insurance. We just announced the dates today, August 17 and 18. All proceeds benefit the Jimmy Fund, directly supporting Dana-Farber. Together, we can strike out cancer. Go to Jimmy Fund Radio Telethon.org for more information.
The Diamondbacks are in town for that.
Old pal Torey Lovello.
Mike Hazen.
Mike Hazen. Some really good people. Swing and bunt here by Masataka. And he's going to be safe at first base. Nobody made the play.
Well, speed made him nervous. Well, it looked like Wacha thought that Diaz is going to come out and get this. Look how he kind of gives up on this right here. He just stands up right there and gives up on it. But Diaz is kind of too far away from him. This is kind of Wacha's ball the whole way. Watch the hesitation right there. That was just enough. Didn't realize he really doesn't have a play on this. And Masa going to get a beautiful hit.
Wilyer Abreu 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Runner at first and one away. There's actually a one-seat barber shop right next door to the Red Sox clubhouse here at Kauffman Stadium. You may very well have used it. And I asked Wilyer, who's a very skilled barber, if he's doing any work in there, cutting hair of his teammates or anything. He said, I don't do that anymore, actually, but he still owns his barber shop back home in Venezuela. He's been very passionate about that in the past. But he's put the scissors down and hiring people to do that.
Doesn't need the supplemental income anymore.
Apparently not. Look at a strike. Yoshida with the lead. Red Sox leading at 2-1 third inning. He'll fly that to left center, hit well. Isbell racing back onto the track. That had some serious carry. Masataka back to first. 2 down.
Nice swing by Willier. See more of that, driving it the other way. Isbell's nice job tracking this down. It was driven to left center. I always like walking into this clubhouse. This is where I had my first big league game here in Kansas City. So just walking in there, seeing it, kind of where your locker was, kind of brings you back a little bit.
First major league experience right here.
Right here. This is where I blacked out during the anthem.
Here's Contreras almost getting hit. He tripled and scored in the second inning.
Yep.
What was that like?
Oh, it was like first ground ball, second inning or something. Just a routine ground ball, picked it up, threw it to Mo, a little off the bag. He was able to get back, and he just looked at me, and I'm like, I don't know where I am right now.
Sorry, Mo. Showing a bunt in there for a strike. What a great teammate, huh?
Mo Vaughn was one of the greatest leaders I've ever played with. Great teammate. Wish he had stayed his whole career here.
I'll bet he does too. And Fenway, 1-1. Almost got him again. 2 balls and a strike.
You know, it's strange. My first guy I faced was Jose Rosado, lefty. And then 5 days later, he threw against us at Fenway. And that's when I hit my home run, the first at bat. So 2 series in, I didn't know any big leaguers, but I already seen the guy twice.
You knew him.
Helped.
Fouled out of play. Do you remember any particular great advice when you walked into this clubhouse for the first time from a guy who was now your teammate?
Well, I remember like Jimmy Williams just telling me to relax, just keep doing what you're doing, because he saw me in camp. He's like, just go play, have some fun, you know. And it was like, sure, but I need, anybody got anything else for me? I need more than that.
Keep doing what you're doing.
I need more than that.
But it's sage advice, because you wouldn't be there.
Oh, it's great advice,
otherwise.
But
2-2. Ground ball that skips, knocked down by Lofton. That'll carry him into center field, and another miscue by Kansas City. Contreras will reach again, first and second, 2 down. Walker thinking he should be out of the inning.
well, that first mistake by Lofton earlier cost them a run. This one here was hit really hard and kind of in between hop. He kind of jumps and tries to body this ball. And this ball smoked up the middle. That hop just off his chest. Ricochets into center field. You don't have time to kind of move your feet and try to find that good hop. It's hit so hard.
Cedon will take a ball. Another scoring chance for the Red Sox. So even though it was hit hard, Walker got the ground ball right at a guy. But another one mishandled. Red Sox have been doing a better job of taking advantage of those mistakes. That's going to be ruled a base hit.
Wow. It was hit hard, though. 2026.
Yeah. Major leaguers should make that play. No offense to Wilson, who's now 2 for 2, and that's right through there for a strike.
99 off the bat. He'll take it.
Yep. He's having a really good night. Triple and a single. And a 2-1. In tight. Almost stepped right into it.
Well, it's kind of what you need against a guy like Walker, who's been throwing the ball great this month in May. 2-0, 2.25. Not really giving up any hits. If you get that pitch count up, a couple of miscues, keep him out there a little longer, try to take advantage of it.
Yeah, this is pitch number 55. Walker used to the quick innings. Fouled out of play. He started that way, 1-2-3, just a handful of pitches in the first inning, but the second inning, Contreras with the triple. There was an error, a base hit, a walk, and now 2 more hits in this inning.
This guy's gone 7 innings, 4 times in 9 starts. It's tied with Nate Eovaldi for the most. He goes deep.
3-2, struck him out with the 4-seamer. Red Sox are going to strand 2. They're on top 2-1. Well, Red Sox on top 2-1. They have out hit Kansas City 4-2 as Kyle Isbell gets in center fielder and strokes a fly ball to center field. A play for Cedon, backing up very casually over the shoulder. 1 pitch, 1 out for Connolly early. Gold Glover last year. First of his career, probably the first of many.
I mean, Isbell leans into this thing. He hits it hard, 100 miles an hour off the bat, and you look up and you see a guy just calmly relaxing, just trotting after him. You don't feel at that point like it's going to drop in for a hit.
Right. In the glove. Garcia indicating a bunt but taking a strike. And Cedon, number 2 among major league center fielders in outs above average. Franchise record for Gold Gloves is 8, held by the great Dwight Evans. High fly left field along the line. Duran, a long run, leaping up. Oh, he caught it. He made another magnificent play. Duran right up against the wall in foul territory. He is putting on a show out there the last 2 nights.
Sure is. You went a long way for this too. He's kind of shading over straight up left field, maybe even left center. And he's able to run this thing down, but this is where it gets difficult. Right now I got to jump up here. You got that net, that fence on top of the padding. That is a beautiful catch by Jarren Duran.
Every direction. He came in and made a diving catch last night, went back to the warning track and made a catch over his head. Now this one, racing to the side fence and leaping up. That is perfect timing. 2 down. Here's Bobby Witt Jr. He's 0 for 1. Red Sox continue to play excellent defense.
It's you know, especially in this last 3 weeks or so, you are getting elite starting pitching, you are getting elite defense, you are getting elite bullpen work.
He's got to score runs.
Just score 3 runs.
3 runs is it.
You could put up 4 or 5. You'd be an elite team. I mean, you are elite in other categories.
Sox are 17-4 the last 21 games when they've scored at least 3. And that's because of the pitching and the defense. 2-1, hammered down the line. Witt jumped on that. It gets to the wall, and he will scamper into second base with a double with 2 down. 113.3 off the bat.
Well, when you play this team, you try to keep traffic off the bases for this guy because he can hit. He just left that one. Bad location. You see Narvaez moving his glove. That was supposed to be away. Leaked out over. When you miss a hitter like that, he makes you pay for it.
Salvador Perez home run in the first inning, his 8th. So he crushed a liner down the left field line. Witt Jr. the runner at second. Early looking to keep his lead here in the 3rd. 1 ball, 1 strike.
One more. Catch George. Home runs here in Kaufman.
And a 1-1 home. And a high fly into right, not very deep. Abreu moving over. He's got it to retire the side. A double, but nothing comes of that. The Red Sox hitting here the 4th inning against Waka with a 2-1 lead. Sogard to lead it off, and he's the man that drove in that run with a base hit to score Contreras, who had tripled in the 2nd inning. Marcelo Meyer followed by Narvaez after him. That's a shot down the line, but he hooked it too much. Foul ball into the netting.
Have to put a little inning here, make Walker work again. Right, we've seen this before where they've made some starters work the first couple and then let them cruise for the next 3 or 4. He's at 58 pitches right now. Get that thing up another 18 pitch inning.
Saw the Yankees ace Garrett Cole will make his long-awaited return to the rotation on Friday against Tampa Bay. 2023 American League Cy Young Award winner. He's been out with Tommy John since Game 5 of the 2024 World Series. He said it's just a blessing to play the game, and you get a better sense of that when you've been removed from it. 3-1 in for strike. So the Yankees getting a big weapon back. Of course, Fried is out with an ailing elbow in their rotation. Payoff pitch. Yeah, he won't chase it, and that's ball 4. Leadoff man is on. StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud.
Oh, look at his last at bat, how he attacked it. First, I think he surprised him with that fastball. Then the cutter in. When another cutter, he probably wants that pitch. Lays off a really good changeup. Another cutter in. You knew a change was coming 3-2. And Marcelo did a nice job drawing some walks. Some good quality at bats here from the Red Sox, making contact as well when needed.
Against a very cagey right-hander. Gets it. Strike 1 on Marcelo. Took that walk in the second. Ground ball, and that hits the runner. He's out. Sogard could not escape it, so he is automatically out. And 1 gone.
See where Lofton is on this ball. Was this going to get through? Maybe. Going to get through. Sogard trying to get that foot out of the way. Clips his heel. Can't get out of it.
It'll bring up Narvaez, who was doubled up on a terrific play by Garcia at third with the bases loaded in the second inning. One down to third base bag line, right by the bag, and Garcia made the stop, turned it into a double play.
So go for a single for Marcelo at least.
Yeah. Ends up with a hit. Put out goes to the second baseman. So the Red Sox have 5 hits.
Take those hits any way you can. Lofton may have been able to get to it. It's hit pretty hard.
0-2 on Narvaez with 1 man gone. And he'll foul that one off. The Phillies lost to the Reds 9-4 today. So they dropped their first series since Don Mattingly took over as the manager. Not coincidentally, Kyle Schwarber was out for a 3rd straight game, out of the lineup. He's been battling a stomach ailment. 0-2 off the plate.
That's a big difference when he's not in there. Lately, it seems like he's hitting a home run a game. Big difference.
His stomach was just fine in Boston. Fortunately for the Red Sox, here comes the 1-2. Low. Tampa Bay beat Baltimore 5-3. They swept that series. The Rays are now 19-5 at home at the Trop.
They're just a machine right now.
33-15 overall. It's best record in baseball. And a swing and a miss, kind of a wild cut. Down to go, strike 3. And 2 away.
Way out in front of this changeup. You see that action, turns it over. Just doesn't get to you.
Connor Falefa 0 for 1. He's lined to second. And he'll take a strike. Second consecutive night at short for Isaiah. One on and 2 out. And that one yanked foul.
A lot of moving parts defensively for this infield, but everybody can play defense. Years ago, you try to find more offense, and you put in a guy in at second or third or short that you didn't feel great about defensively, but you're hoping he would add some offense because you needed it.
0-2. Wave and a miss way outside the strike zone. And that's all for the Sox. They'll strand one. Sox head 2-1 bottom of the fourth inning in KC. Isaac Collins starts it against Connolly early. So far they have 3 hits off the young lefty, including a home run by Salvi Perez in the first inning. So 4, 5, and 6 for the light hitting Royals.
By the way, Eric Bacchus, one of the best back there. He's been challenged only 23 times, and only 9 have been overturned. He's got a good zone.
A fine young umpire. You know, when guys struggle back there with ABS, we point that out regularly. We give you their rankings, everything else. And when they don't have those struggles, we're going to say that too. Count moves to 3-1.
Well, a lot of times, you know, some people, I guess, they go on social media, have these report cards when guys have bad nights and everything, but you don't. This is really kind of exposes some. It gives credit to others that are doing it right. The ABS challenge system.
3-1. Flied into center field, but routine play for Cedon Rafaela. 1 down. On this date in 1976, Lou Piniella decided to test Dewey Evans' arm. And then this happened.
Let's see. He holds on to it. Does he hold on to it? And they have a fight. And the bench is empty.
Baseball back in the day. Those two teams did not like each other.
Oh, man, did they ever hate each other. Nettles punching Bill Lee.
Is that the brawl where Bill Lee got his shoulder separated? He came out of that pile, I think, beat up.
I believe that was. Yaz hit homers in both the 8th and the 9th. Red Sox won that game 8-2.
Yeah, look at this. He's talking about melee. Collision at the plate, and everybody just starts swinging at each other.
Billy's left arm just hanging there after that.
I told you I spent some time with Pudge at FanFest, and he was there with Ricey and Dewey, and all Pudge kept talking about was all the fights they got into. He brought up this one here.
Man, it was real. Popped up by Lofton into short right. Abreu will take this, and 2 down. Many will say those were the days, my friend. They got after it.
I always laugh now when I see the old videos of guys taking up guys at second base. Everything was legal. Like, you see some of the videos from 40 years ago.
Yeah.
Even when I played, they take you out. Now you can't touch them. But back in the day, it was they would just keep running.
Oh.
They'd just run into you.
They meant to do you serious harm. Caglione here. Jerry Remy said that for years they had a billboard up right here in Kansas City of him airborne having been taken out at second base, and it was to sell tickets. It was a ticket billboard, like, come see the Royals.
Maybe we'll do this to their
Maybe
second
we'll
base.
do this again. He said, oh man, I'd come in on the bus and I'd have to look at that thing. Brought back some serious memories for the Rem Dog. Base is empty and 2 down. Tried to check, he went. 1-2 on Caglione is 1 for 1.
I remember my rookie year, Will Clark was on first base, and it was a pitching meeting, and he started yelling at me. Lou, I'm taking you out. First, I couldn't believe Will the Thrill was talking to me. I'm like, this guy's too slow. He can't. He was one of the best in the game. He knocked me over. I got taken out.
Oh. By Will Clark.
He was not fast, but that guy would, I don't know what it was, but he'd study where you like to take your feeds or how you came across the bag. He found you, and he got you.
Probably with that southern drawl. Lou, I'm coming to take you out.
I was just psyched Will Clark was talking to me.
2-2 is in there. Strike 3. Connor looking. And a breezy 4th inning for Connolly early.
Inning 5 powered by Salem 5 Bank. Red Sox still holding to a 2-1 lead, and a big night offensively last night for Jarren Duran, guys. He was asked if he was in a good spot with his approach. He said he wishes he could say yes, but it's baseball, and every single day I got to come in here and find the swing again. He said it's a daily grind to come in here and feel the good feels that you felt the night before into the next day. So because of that, I asked him, because you're looking for that feeling and waiting to feel it again, would you actually sleep at the ballpark? He said absolutely, with a laugh. If they let him, he would sleep here. He's very superstitious like that. Still looking for his first hit tonight. Hopefully he gets it here, but probably because he didn't sleep at the park.
I believe he would. I really think that's true. That's in there for a strike. He's 0 for 2 tonight with a strikeout and a pop-up. Made a marvelous leaping catch and foul ground.
He's had a nice road trip as far as getting on base. Doesn't done it here yet, but through 5 games, been on base twice now in 4 of them. Last 4 on base percentage, .474. I mean, this is what you're looking for. I know a lot of people's talking about him in the leadoff spot. I don't know who you want to put there, but I still think you need him to get going. This is when this offense rolls. So hopefully he can just sort of find it.
Showed that last night. 2-2. Down he goes, strike 3. Walker, very smart pitcher, gets in for the 3rd time. 1 out in the 5th.
Tuesday begins Monster Week at Nesson. Enjoy monster-themed content all week long and special monster coverage throughout the Red Sox Braves series. You can catch all the action starting Tuesday at 5:30 only on Nesson, streaming on Nesson 360.
Massa with a base hit last time, an infield hit, basically a swing and bunt. There was miscommunication between Diaz and Walker, who kind of froze up on it. He'll fly this one to center field. That's well struck. Isbell is backing up though with room. 2 up and 2 down. And we'll send up Wilyer Abreu, who's hitless tonight. Red Sox have already won the series, looking for a sweep here and trying to come home 4-2 between Atlanta and Kansas City. Facing a guy with a .283 ERA coming into play in former Red Sox Michael Wacha. Popped up. That'll drift down the left field line. Collins giving it a long run, but it's off into the stands. Wacha, a career that has lasted 14 years between St. Louis, the Mets, Tampa Bay, the Red Sox, San Diego, and now the Royals. 6 clubs. He's won 115 games, 115 and 77.
He's been really good. Again, especially for this team, he's the best pitcher they got right now. As I mentioned, kind of gets deep into games.
About a .380 career ERA, and that one's up high on Wilyer.
7 quality starts already, the first 9 starts here.
Wilson Contreras would hit next, given the opportunity, and the 1-1. Well, you're number 7 in the American League overall in hits with 53.
Yeah, a little cold lately. Got a couple last night, but they were check swing and a broken bat. Just dropped that backside a little bit. A lot of fly balls to the left rather than driving it that way.
Off the plate. Nobody aboard, 2 down. We're in the 5th inning. And the 6'5" right-hander gets another foul ball. Red Sox did not bring Walker back after 1 season. Then he went to San Diego in 23 and proceeded to go 14-4. 3.22 ERA. So over 22 and 23, he went 24-6. Mile high pop up off first base. Salvi Perez watches that one sail out of play. So he posted the best winning percentage in baseball over that time. 24-6. and became a free agent.
3.32 ERA in Boston, 3.22 out there. I mean, it was kind of who he was for a couple years.
Two balls, 2 strikes on Abreu. Trying to get on in front of Contreras, who's 2 for 2. Continues to battle Waka.
It's good at bats we're talking about. Make him work. Nothing easy.
Pitch number 9 of this at bat. And a wave and a miss struck him out. He strikes out 2 more in the 5th inning. Still 2-1. We're halfway through game 3 here in Kansas City on this Wednesday night. Dave O'Brien, Lou Merloni, and Jemai Webster alongside, with the Sox in front 2-1. Starling Marte to lead things off. Connolly early struck him out in the first meeting in the 2nd inning.
Yeah, Connolly throwing the ball well. 4-seam fastball, get up in the zone, getting some swing and miss. Sinker, he's spotting well for strikes. Mixing the changeup and breaking pitches.
He's fan 4. Gave up a 1st inning home run to Perez. Only a couple of hits since then. And a 1-1. Drops in for a strike.
394. He can live there. He's got that good extension. Not a big guy like Tolley, but still 6 feet 8 inches. He gets it out there. Gets on you.
Climb that ladder for the K at 95 and 2-2. Told it to go on Friday at Fenway, where he has thrown the ball so well. Threw it great in Atlanta, though, and that's going to be a ball, and the count goes to 3-2.
It was a couple starts ago that rain out. He went on Sunday instead of Saturday, and it really kind of set his schedule perfectly, because it allows him to kind of get 5 days off, sometimes 6 because of the schedule. We get an off day again on Monday, and doesn't make him throw on 4 days rest for a while.
I walked him. Marte will take ball 4. First walk issued by the lefty.
Friday, be one of the first 7,500 fans through the gates, and you can score Roger Clemens' 20 strikeout double bobblehead. It's presented by Gulf. Don't miss this must-have collectible at Fenway Park. Get your tickets at redsox.com/promotions.
Diaz 0 for 1. He has struck out. High drive, left field deep. That's going to keep on keeping on. It is out of here. That's 2-run homers. 2nd home run allowed by Connolly tonight. And that puts Kansas City in front. Diaz is 2nd of the year. Well, Salvi Perez got him, and now Diaz gets him.
The only problem with this one, it's not a solo shot. It's a 2-run shot. First pitch looked like a sinker. As you mentioned, he's been able to locate this pitch all night, getting some called strikes. This one here, down inner half. Like Diaz was looking for that pitch. A long way, 405 feet, 102.5 off the bat.
Isbell 0 for 1. He's flat out to center. So 3-2 Royals. And Michael Garcia after him, the 0-1. Cross for a strike. Garcia's been one of the better hitters against left-handers in baseball all year as he waits on deck. 1-2.
Third time this year he's given up 2 home runs in a game. He just keeps attacking the zone, though, the next hitter.
1-2, high fly, center field. Cedon will cover the ground and makes the catch for the first out. So he'll take on Garcia with the bases empty, but Kansas City jumping in front.
They do a nice job with the pitch count. 64 pitches, a couple of home runs got him, and you're really hoping for length here tonight. You know, that back end of that bullpen's kind of beat up. Slayton, Whitlock both went back-to-back nights. Now Chapman didn't have to come in, so he's available, but we're willing to bet those other two are down.
And Chapman did warm up for a bit, but did not pitch in the game. Garcia has grounded out and flied out tonight. 389 off lefties. Quickly 0-2.
This is what I was talking about. You see Whitlock and Slayton 3 nights in a row. I don't see that happening. So you got Weissert mixed in there and Watson. I think everybody else is pretty much available.
I hope you get into a spot where Tracy has to use Chappie tonight in the finale of this series. Let that one go, and it's 2-2. Conley early hoping to get through this inning without any more damage. A walk and a 2-run homer. 2-2, punch foul back to the screen.
2-run homers for both of these teams feel like a lot.
Yes.
You know, you've been struggling to score runs. Kansas City has been struggling to score runs. They get that same feeling when they get quick 2 points.
2-2 coming. Red Sox got 7 last night, 15 hits. Felt more like 10 or 12 runs. 3-2. High pop up to left along the line. Duran moving over and in. 2 down. So Bobby Witt Jr. will bat with the bases empty. He's ripped a double and grounded out tonight. Bobby's dad was a really fine big league pitcher for a long time, for 16 years. He is now his son's agent. Hot shot at third, gobbled up by Sogard to retire the side, but a 2-run homer by Diaz that has the Royals in front.
6th inning back here in Kansas City on top 3-2 now with the Red Sox. You guys were talking about Michael Wacha just reinventing himself in year 15 in the big leagues now. Had that career resurgence with the Sox in 2022. Has kept up with this consistency, and I asked him how he's done it. He said he's had to constantly adapt, added pitches to his repertoire, changed his usage, but said the work never stops. The 4 days in between still remain most important for him. He's primarily using a 4-pitch mix, but not shy about using that cutter and slider too this season. And I joke with him about his changeup being his pitch, though. He said, yeah, that one still works. Been using it my whole career. And I guess partly we can thank our own Will Middlebrooks for that. 2 East Texas guys who grew up playing the game together, and apparently Brooksy helped him with that pitch grit.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Brooksy.
Yeah, well done.
Really appreciate that. No, it's always been a great pitch for him. Remember the days he threw a lot harder than this, but was it 92 pitches trying to get him out of the game and get into that bullpen.
Yeah, he's gone 100 twice. Last time 105, April 29th. For the most part, though, he's been, you know, anywhere from 87 to 97. So you think that this would be it. Maybe get a couple guys on, get one on the way out.
1 down and a ground out by Contreras, who had been 2 for 2 with a triple and a base hit. Cedon's reached on an error by the second baseman and scored. He's also whiffed. 3-2 Royals, 6th inning. Cedon knocks a foul back to the screen. Nick Sogard on deck. Waka, an Iowa native, delivers a 1-2 pitch. Liner to right, sinking. It's down for a hit. Caglione cuts it off in foul ground. He's up and gunning. Here's the play at second, and it strikes him. He's in there with a double. Cedar with a 2-base hit, and the Red Sox have the tying run in scoring position.
A little 5-game hitting streak now, using the whole field again. Look what this pitch is with 2 strikes. It's up and out of the zone. Talk about him and his chase rate. Well, he goes out of the zone and gets this one. He's done this a few times the other way. This is a good job challenging that throw. Caglione kind of off balance a little bit, get a guy in scoring position.
So it'll bring out Diaz and the rest of the infield around Michael Waka. Have nobody warming in their bullpen. Sogard will be up next. He has an RBI single and a walk. Couple good at bats for Nick tonight.
Cedar just looking like a different guy. You know, we actually saw this the first half of last year. He went on the break at 271, but his last 20, 333 batting average. He's got 9 extra base hits. That's the 10th. He's got 5 walks mixed in there in 20 games. That is a lot for that man.
That's saying a lot.
So he's been on fire.
Chance to tie it. Sogard up on the left side. Swinging a high deep drive down the right field line, but he's going to pull that one foul and hit the daylights out of it. He was ready to hit. A little too ready. And a noisy strike.
See if they can do it again. They've already answered when the Royals had scored, not letting Waka put a shutdown inning together.
Fouled away. Nick Sogard does not have a major league home run.
And down in AAA, well, last year he hit lefties better, but down in AAA, his power is really from this side. Hit 5 home runs in Worcester, all from the left.
Rafaela leading at second. Meyer would hit next. 1 out. Sogard looking for his second RBI tonight. And chased it. Down to go strike 3. He'll make you do that. Another strikeout for Waka. It's Steven Cruz active in their bullpen. 8 strikeouts for Michael Waka tonight. So now Meyer has walked. He will take a big hack on that first off speed pitch. Starts him with a change. Walking a base hit for Marcelo. Runner at second. Fouled away and it ran in. Came in on the handle. 0-2. Senan Rafaela with a 1-out double. Now 2 down. Two strikes on Marcelo Meyer. Gets a piece of it. And the 0-2. Wouldn't chase. Another one downstairs. He did a good job with that pitch in the second inning when he took ball 4. Laying off it.
Marcelo took more ground balls here at shortstop before the game, just kind of getting used to the angles and really kind of the arm, right? Just letting it go. He's been playing a lot of second. Getting those throws down.
Walker checks his runner. And popped up. Foul ground Garcia. And the third baseman makes the play. Red Sox get a double but can't bring him home. It's 3-2.
Conley's pitching arsenal presented by New England Area Audi Dealers. 72 pitches, really 3-pitch mix here. Fastball, 4-seam sinker, and changeup. Sweepers there, but 9 whiffs, 28%. 5 of them on that four-seam fastball. It's a good number for him.
Facing Salvador Perez, who got him for a home run in the first inning. Diaz hit a 2-run shot in the 5th. And that's why the Royals lead by a run in the last half of the 6th inning. That's a strike. Salvador, one of 2 catchers who won at least 5 Gold Gloves and 5 Silver Sluggers. The other is the Hall of Famer Pudge Rodriguez. Up the middle, knocked down by Meyer. No play. It'll be a base hit. And the second hit tonight for Perez. This one starts the 6th inning for Kansas City.
This ball's hit hard up the middle, that side of the bag. That ball stays near Marcelo. He's got a shot. Remember, Salvi's not getting down that line. It just kicks away to him towards left field. Unable to go get it in time.
Brings up Isaac Collins, who's fly to center 2 times. 5 hits now for the Royals. Red Sox have 6. What's your best guess? It was a
Calls the ball. The catcher's challenging.
challenge here by Narvaez. And we will take a look. That is a strike.
It's a strike. 0-1.
ABS powered by T-Mobile. Your best guess on Marcelo playing short?
Well, he worked at short all day, all 3 games here in Kansas City. I would say at some point this weekend, I would imagine you're going to see him over there.
Maybe Friday. Little looper into left, charging on it. Durant, he'll get there. Collins flies out.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, again, like, you know, you said the transition from third would have been easier because of the arm. That's all. Just to throw into baseball across the diamond at second base, you can kind of catch and release and just flip it over there. You got to get used to kind of, you can't sit back. You got to just reset your mind after playing second base for a while. Come be more aggressive. Come get it. You got to throw it. I think he kind of took care of that this weekend or this week.
Nick Lofton 0 for 2. He's fanned and fly to right. Going after the first pitch. 0-1. Connolly last time out went just 5 innings at Atlanta. No decision. The Red Sox lost that game 3-2. Allowing 5 hits. That's how many he's allowed tonight. It'll be punch foul by Lofton. The start before that against Tampa Bay went 7 and struck out 8. Tonight he's fanned 4. And the 0-2 to Lofton. Choppy swing, down he goes, strike 3. So he picks up another one on the swing and miss. And 2 down.
Marcelo, just Obi, to that point of Marcelo playing short, probably this next homestand at some point. There was no update on Trevor Story. He's got a 3rd opinion now, waiting to hear back on what that situation is. And Chad Tracy said it wasn't because the 2 opinions that he got previously were a difference of opinion. It's just about the proper approach going forward with his injury, how they want to attack that. So we're still waiting to see how long he may be out, but that's an element to Marcelo's positional change at some point this year.
Trevor out with the sports hernia, obviously trying to avoid surgery. Here comes the 0-1 pitch from the left-hander Connolly early, and a swing and a little foul ball to make it 0-2.
I think everybody agrees it's the sports hernia. It's just the treatment of it, right? Should you avoid surgery? Should you get it done?
Affects a bunch of people. Here's the 0-2 from Connolly, and he couldn't get him to bite. 3-2 Royals in the 6th. Sox will have due up Narvaez, Kiner Falefa, and Duran when we go to the 7th. And a 1-2. The looper, and it'll find a home in the outfield grass down the left field line. Salvador Perez into second. Caglione, big strong guy, found the right spot, say that, and it's first and second.
Well, you get rewarded for contact. This ball is up out of the zone, up and in. He just fights this thing off. There's no one's playing over there. Sogard does a nice job tracking this thing down, just getting it to third quick. Nothing you got to worry about. Salvi kind of legging that thing out first to third.
So Andrew Bailey out to the hill with a couple of base runners, and Starling Marte, the DH, about to climb in. He walked and scored a run in the 5th inning when Diaz, batting behind him, clubbed a 2-run homer. I think Salvi likes playing baseball a little bit. He has a running thing going here with Laz Diaz.
These two.
No matter which spot Diaz is on the bases. They have a very good time with each other. But Salvi has fun with everybody. The captain of the Kansas City Royals, Marte, has not hit a home run. He's at 292 coming in. For 6 in the series as he takes a ball. Weissert up in the Sox pen. And a 1-0. It's through for a strike. Cruz still warming in the bullpen for Kansas City.
You think that'd be good for Walker? 105 pitches.
That would be good news. By the way, that's his season high. 2-1. The youngster trying to get out of this without any runs being scored in the 6th inning. Diaz, the man who got him for the home run an inning ago, is on deck. Two and two. The Red Sox involved in yet another low scoring affair. 3-2 Royals, each side with just 6 hits. And a ground ball at short. A little stagger there by Connor Falefa, but got it to Meyer in plenty of times. A couple of hits, nothing comes to that. Still 3-2 Royals. Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you by Subaru of New England. Love is what makes Subaru Subaru. And by Plymouth Rock Auto and Home Insurance for Boston sports fans. Really pleasant night here in Kansas City. 3-2 the Royals have the lead as we get into the later stages, 7th inning. And a new pitcher is going to be Steven Cruz, the right-hander out of the bullpen, replacing Michael Wacha.
9 2/3, 8 walks. He's also given up 4 home runs, all to lefties.
And Narvaez, first man to test him, fouls it away. He has gone 0 for 2. And Mickey Gasper's come to the on-deck circle to hit for Connor Falefa. Red Sox looking for some offense any way they can get it. They've been held to 6 hits and 2 runs. Walker 105 pitches, went the first 6, but Red Sox delighted he's out of the game.
Yeah. This kid got really lit up earlier in the year, went down to AAA, came back, and now hasn't given up an earned run in his 5 appearances since he got recalled.
Shot into left field. That's down for a hit. Good start for the Sox in the 7th inning. Sharp base hit for Narvaez.
As I mentioned, lefties kind of the guys getting some home runs off him. Is this little hanging slider. Narvaez hits this ball hard, and now he's going to get a string of lefties, starting with Mickey Gasper here.
So Mickey to hit for Connor Falefa, went 0 for 2. He's hitting .355 and has been very reliable with the bat in his hands. Had a pinch hit single in the 9th last night. And has hit safely in 6 of his 7 starts. Red Sox with a man aboard and nobody out in the 7th. Duran on deck.
I guess if you're going to bunt, you ought to just let IKF kind of get in there and put it down. So you're going to let this guy swing it.
And missed badly for ball 1. So the Sox are into the Royals bullpen. And Narvaez with the lead at first. Cross for strike. As Lynch, the lefty, working in their pen, fouled off 1-2.
Well, Cruz has to face Gasper and then Duran. And if it continues, then I guess you could bring the lefty in for Yoshida and Abreu.
Lynch has been a very tough one. At a 1.80 ERA.
Yeah, he and Urseg down there in that back end. Those are their 2 guys.
One and 2 on Gasper. Now even up on Mickey. When the Red Sox come home and play the Twins on Friday night, that'll be their 50th game of the year. Closer and closer to that 1/3 mark. 2-2. Spoiled that one. 98 miles an hour. One on and nobody out in the 7th. And a right-hander Cruz home with a 2-2 pitch. And he runs it full.
If you want to get going, these types of games you got to pull out. All right, first off, you got to get to that magic number 3 to tie this thing up, but they'll come back late.
Two, fouled it away. Still in there.
Red Sox 2-23 when trailing after 6. A 1-run cushion right here, down 1. Gotta find a way here tonight.
Yep. Winnable game on the road. Do have Chapman available. Penalty early, of course, never sitting down. And the 3-2 to Gasper. Struck him out. Back to 98 and fanned him for the first out of the inning.
Tonight, following Extra Innings Live, don't miss Red Sox Final, presented by Volvo Cars. TC and Lenny are going to break down Conor Early's outing, and they're going to preview the upcoming series against the Twins, only on NESN, streaming on NESN 360.
Jarren Duran 0 for 3 at the plate, has struck out 2 times and popped up once. Oh, and almost got by. Sox do have the tying run at first. 1 man gone. Jarren 3-run homer last night. Put the game on ice. A swing and a miss. He missed it clean, and it gets by Diaz, and down to second goes Narvaez. So the tying run in scoring position.
Just a little cutter in. Diaz just loses it, doesn't get out there enough. And it gets Narvaez to second base.
It's a pass ball.
That's a big one.
So Cruz with a 1-1 and 2 high. Next man up, Masataka Yoshida. We do have the lefty ready to go.
See him leave one of those cutters inside for a strike.
Cruz with a 2-1. Not tempting enough. Good count here for Duran. Red Sox have not scored since the second inning. 3-1. High fly left field, driving back Collins all the way back to the wall, leaping up. He can't get it. It is gone. He goes Oppo. Jarren Duran strikes again. What a series he's having. And he's put the Red Sox on top. Opposite field into the bullpen for a 2-run shot.
Oh, gets a heater away, 3-1, jumps all over this thing. We saw this about a week ago, hitting the ball the other way, out of the ballpark. You're right, defensively, offensively, last couple of nights. This is what a good Jarren Duran can do. He can help you win ball games. That's a big blow.
That Red Sox home run presented by your New England area Audi dealers.
That fastball outer half. You can see the reaction. That's the second time now. He's gone Oppo and kind of knew off the bat that he got it.
Jarren Duran with number 6 coming to life here, and there's a hot shot backhanded by Perez. He'll flip to the pitcher in time for out number 2. Home run last night, 3-run shot tonight, a 2-run blow.
It's always been when he's at his best, right? Hitting the ball the other way. Pull side ground balls have been up this year. Now you're starting to see him drive it the other way. A couple of Oppo home runs now in the last week, 10 days. It's a big one for this team late. We're talking about they can't win games late. You need your guys to step up, pick you up. That's what Duran did.
Quatrero will make a pitching change. They'll go to the bullpen and bring on the lefty. But the Red Sox have homered themselves into the lead 4-3. Catch a condensed 2-hour version of this Red Sox game at 1:30 in the morning on Sox and 2 only on NESN and streaming on NESN 360, presented by Bigelow Tea. That'll be ending about the time the Red Sox land in Boston, and hoping that that shot by Duran propels the Red Sox to a sweep here. Here's Daniel Lynch, very tough customer out of their bullpen with the bases empty, and the Red Sox leading 4-3.
Yeah, look at these numbers. That whip, 0.8, not giving up much at all. Good fastball, 94, the slider, changeup.
And Abreu 0 for 3.
Lefties are just 3 for 34 off of him. 88 average.
1-1. That'll drift into left field, down for a base hit. So Wilyer Abreu will take it. That'll be the 3rd hit of the inning for the Red Sox. A base hit here in the 7th inning. Red Sox on top by a run.
Now 4 for 35. He just fights this thing out to left. Gets that little day saver. He can go 1 for 4 here.
And we'll bring up Contreras for the 4th time. He has tripled and singled. Can the Red Sox get themselves a little bit of breathing room here off his bat against the KC bullpen? He'll take a ball outside.
As we mentioned, late getting these late innings. Chapman is available. He didn't throw last night, but I have to believe you don't see Slayton up right now. I'm not sure you're going to see Whitlock.
Down he goes again. 2nd time tonight in a big swing. Weissert by himself in the Sox pen, a right-hander. 2 down, Abreu on. And a big swing and a miss. Taking some rips.
Yeah, good changeup. Located.
One-two will not be made, and back in Abreu. By the way, this is a 4th straight game the Red Sox have put up 9 or more hits.
We'll get to that magic number, 3 or more. See if it's good enough.
Red Sox 17-4 the last 21 games when they've scored 3 or more runs. And swung on and fouled away. We're in the top half of the 7th. Jarren Duran with a 2-run homer, homering for the 2nd straight night here, has lifted the Sox in front. That's inside at the elbow. And 2-2.
It's a good pitch from Lynch. He's seen nothing but changeups. So you got to kind of move him a little bit. Probably to set up that pitch. Look like that's how they want to get him out with this change. Where do you come back in?
Full count. Wilson looking to reach base for the 3rd time tonight. Cedon next. Last night was not the case, but there have been a lot of close games here in recent days for the Red Sox. Last night winning 7-1. And Lynch with a 3-2 pitch. And a bounded foul as he hangs in. Red Sox have had a bunch of lengthy at bats, really good at bats in the game. They had a number of those against Waka, even though he pitched quite well. This will be the 8th pitch here for Wilson. Abreu leading at first. And a ground ball up the middle. A sliding play. He'll throw to first base and won't get him. Holding it second, Abreu, and that'll be another hit for Wilson Contreras. He is 2 for 4 tonight. Lofton could not get him.
Well, Lofton's had some issues here tonight. He actually goes and gets this one, shows nice range. When he gets up, he just his feet are underneath him. He's not in a throwing position at all. He's got to kind of double pump. Wilson sniffing out this hit. He's going to beat this out.
Is that going to be a meaningful play? Here comes Cedon as the inning continues. 2 aboard. Home run, swing and a miss. Last time up, ripped a double. He's 1 for 3. So it's Abreu at second, Contreras at first. Quickly 0-2. Another off-speed pitch. Red Sox now at 10 hits. And 2-strike pitch from Lynch. Sox trying to add on another. And a knockdown here by Diaz. No advance by the runners. 2-2.
He came here to Kansas City, and offense struggling. Duran, you saw what he did. Remember that 2-run homer by Contreras in the first. 3 more RBIs last night. That was actually his 3rd hit. Remember they gave that one off his chest a hit. He and Duran, right? 2 of the older players trying to pick up an offense, struggling, stepping up.
Two from the lefty. Ground ball at third. Garcia down to second to retire the side. Jarren Duran knocks one out of the ballpark to the opposite field. The Red Sox are in front. Conley Early's pitching line presented by Ace Ticket. Ace Ticket with the best seats at the lowest prices. So 6 innings, quality start. He's going back out there for a 7th with the Red Sox in front 4-3.
Throwing the ball well. Just a couple of long balls. Salvador Perez solo shot, and this man here, the 2-run shot back in the 5th.
It's Diaz, 1 for 2, then Isbell, and then Garcia. A couple of changes. Sogard moving from third to short. Durbin now in the game at third base. 1-1.
You got the lefty Isbell on deck, and then it's going to be top for Garcia. You think he's got at least 2 hitters. Maybe if he gets them both, allows him to try to finish it.
And popped him up. Meyer going out. Here comes Abreu in from right and dropped it. And an out in his glove, but it rolls out. It's a rare defensive mistake for Wilyer Abreu, and that'll give them a base runner. And will be an E9, obviously.
Oh, you never see this. He comes in. You see that wind's blowing a little bit. just takes his eye off it. I don't know, but you just don't see it.
Jensen will come on to run for Diaz. As the Red Sox conference on the hill. Isbell will be the batter. He's 0 for 2.
I mean, a lot of times you see Willier, if he, if he does pick up an error, maybe it's a ball on the ground, he may overcharge, or it's a throwing situation where it gets by the catcher, but usually it's up in the air. This thing is caught. That just sort of makes this thing a little more dramatic.
Each side with an error. And here's Kyle Isbell with a man on. Showing a bunt, drops it down. Connolly wants to fire to second, and he got him there. He gets the lead runner as he fired a bullet down to second on the bunt by Isbell.
About this, late in the game, I don't know how much pitches he has left, but the poise, the control. We saw it last night. The young guy Samaniego not panicking on an attempted steal. Same thing here. Really nice play there by Connolly early to shut him down at second.
Chad Tracy out to get him as he pitches into the 7th inning. Red Sox up a run. Weissert coming on. By New England Chevy dealers together. Let's drive. It was Durant again.
Yeah, going up against this wall, timing this jump perfectly, pulling it off that padding. And he's made a few catches here in this series. Doing a really nice job, not just offensively, but also defensively out there in left field.
Michael Garcia, who's been a lefty killer, will have to face a righty here. And Greg Weissert, who retired each of the 4 men he faced on Friday in Atlanta. And a base runner with Isbell to runner at first. And in for strike 1. 1 down in the bottom of the 7th. Red Sox ahead by a run.
Weissert threw the ball well as last time. He got some confidence innings. Been snake bitten earlier in the year. This guy's a quality arm. He could help you at some point. Just start putting up some zeros, gain some confidence.
In for a strike. 0-2. Bobby Witt Jr. lurking on deck. Red Sox have out hit the Royals 10-6. Weissert looking for the K of Michael Garcia. Giovanni Moran active in the Red Sox bullpen. And Weissert with a 1-2 delivery. Can't get him to chase that sweeper. 2-2.
Get that a little bit more on that plate. It's too far away.
One out, and a 2-2 from the righty will not be made, and diving back in safely Isbell. A threat to go with 5 stolen bases. Two, runner holding. Flied in right field. Abreu backing on this one, and he's got it. Two down. And now the most dangerous hitter they have. One of the most dangerous in the game, and Bobby Witt Jr. He has a double tonight. He's 1 for 3. It's at 7 home runs. And Weissert trying to get him. 2 down. And strike 1.
Good quality. First pitch strike, did the same thing to Garcia and dropped a nice little slider down the way too to get ahead.
Right through it, and it's 0-2. So he has Witt Jr. in the hole with 2 away. Swing and a miss, struck him out. They got a terrific hitter there to retire the side. Red Sox still in front 4-3 at the end of 7. First pitch of the 8th inning, in there for strike, and Sogard wants to challenge it.
Strike, the batter's challenging.
Red Sox leading at 4-3 in Kansas City. And it does catch the bottom of the zone.
Boston's got 1 left.
Sox down to their last one. Nick tonight with a run scoring single, a walk, and a strikeout. Jensen takes over behind the plate.
Well, now that you got one, we've been through this before, right? Now that you have one, you got the lead. Unless you get in a base loaded situation or high leverage spot, you want to save it for your arms out there in that bullpen.
Got to be smart about it. Have one in the tank. Marcelo Meyer and then Carlos Narvaez to bat in the 8th inning against Lynch. Weiser got a very important out there on the strikeout of Witt Jr.
It's a big outing for him.
Lang active in their bullpen. Full count. Sox will take a leadoff walk gladly here in the 8th inning. Try to push the run in. Get a little bit of a cushion. And foul it away. Red Sox had to deal with a very good right-hander, Michael Wacha, tonight. 6 strong innings, 2 runs, 6 hits. He left ahead. Ground ball rattled to Witt Jr. at short. 1 away. No baseball tomorrow. Red Sox left a day off. And then Peyton Tolley is on the hill on Friday night against Minnesota at Fenway at 7:10. Peyton with a 2.05 ERA. And here's Meyer. Golfs that one into left field. Collins moving over to the line. And on one pitch, Marcelo's retired. 2 up and 2 down. So we toss it down to Jemai Webster.
Well, OB had quite the journey here. What's a trip to the Paris of the Plains without a stop for some barbecue? We had a tornado warning here in the heart of America, and we took a trip to the Negro League Baseball Museum. We joined most of the Red Sox coaching staff there during our stay over in KC. It's no surprise Red Sox skipper Chad Tracy, with the way his team is pitched, was drawn to the on-field exploits of the Hall of Famer Satchel Paige, whose career spanned 5 decades. Trey said he pitched for as long as my age. I can't even run to first base right now. Asked him if it were possible to pick just one guy to put on his team right now. He said he wouldn't have minded the legendary power of Josh Gibson on his squad. But he's got Jarren Duran tonight, so that's pretty good.
I think I'd take Gibson right now. Power, right side.
Every day for 150 years. Kidding me? Some of the legends of balls that he hit in there for a strike. And Narvaez kind of shaking his head. Counts 1-2.
That's good. That's when you get the emotion out of it. I guarantee he wanted the challenge.
Yes,
I think that pitch might have been down, but you can't. Especially here, 2 outs, nobody on.
He went to check, and he did. As is always the case with Carlos, he was the first man to point to the umpire.
All 3 point. Carlos will point. Jensen will point. Eric Backus will point.
2-2 hammered foul. Durbin on deck to hit in the 9 spot. Would be his first at bat tonight. 2 away here in the top of the 8th. And a 2-2 pitch. He'll roll it foul. Red Sox trying to make it 4 out of their last 5. before heading home to Fenway. And a full count. Big blow tonight. Jarren Duran, 7th inning. 2-run homer into the bullpen in left. As he went opposite field to put the Red Sox in front by a run. And he bounced it for ball 4. Narvaez reaching with 2 down.
Carlos been doing a nice job drawing walks. Right, in the month of May, only hit 179, but that's his 6th walk. The on-base percentage around 350. Getting on base.
Quatrero out, and he'll bring Lang in to face Durbin. So we take the break in Kansas City. Red Sox with a base runner, 2 down. CVS proud to be a part of Red Sox Nation and all the communities we call home. Delivering trusted care, everyday essentials, and support that goes beyond the prescription. You can learn more at CVS.com. Alex Lang coming out of the bullpen. Red Sox knocked him around in the 7th inning on Monday. They got him for 3 hits.
Yeah, they put a run up on him as well. You see him making his 20th appearance. Well, slider, fastball, sinker will be about 95. Got a good changeup. He throws to lefties a lot. See a lot of sinker sliders here to Durbin.
Caleb is first at bat tonight. Did have an RBI single last night. Got a base runner, 2 down. Strike 1. Lang, their 3rd man out of the bullpen this evening here in game 3. Narvaez off the bag. And a ground ball toward the hole, picked by Garcia. He'll flip to second to retire the side. The official hospital of the Red Sox is Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center, advancing medicine with breakthroughs in research, nationally ranked specialty care, and innovative treatments. You can learn more at bidmc.org. Salvador Perez, big night with a home run and a single. Will lead it off here in the bottom of the 8th in a 4-3 Red Sox lead. Salvi was 8th home run of the season in the 1st. Where's that captaincy? And strokes a base hit into right. His 3rd hit. And good night got even better for their captain. And a lead-off base hit. He's 3 for 4.
They're going to run for him, you think. It'll be Massey.
Massey will run for him. Salvador eventually headed for the Hall of Fame. Massey will take over for him. And we'll send up Isaac Collins, 0 for 3. He's flied out each time, twice to center, once to left. Switch hitter. Nobody out, 1 aboard. And in for strike.
First pitch strike to every hitter he's faced here. It's a good start.
And Weisert's 0-1. Pop foul out of play. Red Sox got another strong start out of Connolly early tonight. Quality start. Pitching into the 7th, got it out in the 7th. There's a pop up into center field for Cedon Rafaela. 1 down. Near the bottom of the 8th.
Checked a few boxes off here, right? Inning goes 6, and starting pitcher goes 6. You scored more than 3.
Red Sox have won 80% of their last 21 games when they get at least 3 runs. Shows you how good the pitching has been.
And again, those 3 runs you got in the 9th last night kept Chapman out of the game. Really didn't get too hot out there, so he's available here tonight for this 9th.
Oh, 1 pitch to Lofton. 2 Ks and a fly to right for him tonight. Victory tonight would move the Red Sox within 5 of 500, heading back home to Boston. And a 1-1 from Weissert moved him back. Red Sox will see Kansas City again. Not until September at Fenway. 2-1 and a ball in. Next homestand is Minnesota and Atlanta. Drake Baldwin is now on the IL. He hurt the Red Sox in Atlanta. That's in there for a strike. They did get Acuna Jr. healthy, and he's back. Excellent Atlanta team. Right now Tampa Bay has the best record in baseball, not the Braves. 3-2. Dodgers and Padres going at it on the West Coast. They've gone back and forth, changing first place.
Probably last hitter here. You don't get a strike. Caglione on deck. Moran in that bullpen.
Weissert home with a 3-2. Caglione on deck. As Massey gets his lead. Weissert trying to finish off Lofton. And a payoff pitch. And pop that up. Ranging out Meyer. Calling for it. Makes the play. 2 down. And now Caglione to climb in. And here comes the manager. Tracy out with a lefty. All warmed up in the bullpen. And we'll make the call here. So a base runner for Kansas City representing the tying run, but 2 down in the bottom of the 8th. More in a moment. Time now for the Ford employee pricing call to the bullpen. Giovanni Moran terrific last night. He struck out the 3 batters he faced in the 9th inning.
He was outstanding, and he got up to 96. It had been a few days since he had gotten in games. Remember early in the year using them kind of for multiple innings because you needed to. Starters weren't giving you any length, but 1 inning effort last night. Fastball paired up with that changeup was dominant.
Now facing a home run threat in Caglione, who has 2 hits tonight. He's got a pair of singles, 2 for 3. 2 down and a man at first. For the Red Sox, 4 runs, 10 hits. Kansas City, 3 runs and 7 hits. Lefty lefty in the 1-0. And the big fella's up in the bullpen. Aroldis Chapman. Red Sox have been leaning on him frequently. Here's the 1-1. And a strike. The explosion in the 9th inning last night. The Red Sox were able to have Chappie take a seat after he had warmed up. One-two pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him with the sweeper. Really ate him alive with it. 1 man left. We're going to the 9th. Red Sox up a run.
Difference in the ball game here. Aaron Duran, opposite field in the 7th. Sox are down 3-2. 2-run shot. That's Duran's 6th of the year, but 5th this month in just 18 games.
He has sprung to life. He will lead off here in the 9th inning with the Red Sox leading 4-3. We were joking during the commercial break. There's no rule that says the Red Sox have to win by 1. Won last night 7-1. So that was nice. Duran, Yoshida, and Abreu. And the roll is Chapman warming up. Massey taking over at second. Lofton moves to first. And a 1-1 to Duran. I mean, much of the same for him tonight as we saw last night. It was a tour de force yesterday with the power and the defensive gems, and he had another one tonight with a leaping catch and foul ground up against the wall. That was a great catch. And then the home run in the 7th. 14,091 on hand tonight. 3-1. He rips that one into the alley. That's onto the grass. The track up against the wall. He takes off for second. He's going to keep on going. He rounds second, heading into third. They won't get him as he triples. Now, last night he was denied a 3-base hit. He was thrown out at third. Not even close tonight.
This ball is just smothered. This thing is just a rocket to right center field. Splits that gap. 3-1. Gets a good fastball to handle. You knew he was going for a triple on this one. On base again for the 2 times tonight for the 4th straight game. 5 of his last 6.
Masataka looking to pick him up. Swings and misses. He's 1 for 4. Infield in. Red Sox just looking for a little bit of breathing room in the 9th inning, and a leadoff triple by Jarren Duran. Came off his bat at 114 miles an hour.
Wow.
And then the 0-1. Nothing in 2. Just a little fly ball should do it for Yoshida.
A little over anxious maybe in those first 2 pitches, kind of expanding a little bit to get this run in.
Abreu next. And the 2-strike pitch. Bounced it. That rolls away, but not far enough. Jensen scampering to get it. Precious little real estate between the plate and the backstop here.
It's a nice block. Well, Jarren doesn't have a really big lead. You wonder too. Again, no outs. Probably not going on contact. With 1 out, you probably would. So he's not getting too far off that bag. You're looking for this fly ball, or hopefully find some grass for a hit.
The 1-2 to Yoshida. Line drive, but foul. Moss has become pretty fond of the ballpark here. Kauffman Stadium. He'll really love it if he comes through here. 1-2 pitch. Chopped on the infield. Duran holding. Massey over to first base. So that won't get it done. 1 away. In front of Wilyer Abreu. Infield drawn in. Pays off there. Abreu tonight is 1 for 4, a single in the 7th inning.
You might see a change here with 1 out. Put a little more pressure. See if Jarren's going to go on contact here. Still got that small lead though.
Yeah, tiny. And ball 1. Red Sox 4, Royals 3 in the 9th.
Sure, where you just can't get too big, right? Yeah, sure, look, 2-run shot, but shorten this thing up. Just touch it. You're strong enough. Get this ball to the outfield. Not to be deep with Duran running.
Fouled at home plate. 1-1. To see somebody shoot one into those fountains out there.
This is the guy that Duran faced in that first game, and he loves this changeup against lefties. Well, he took a changeup up and he drove it to left. He stayed on it, didn't try to pull it for the sac fly.
Right-hander with a 1-1 to Abreu. Buried that one. 98. Contreras to hit next. Giant insurance run at third base. Chapman's ready. Lang home with a 1-2. And struck him out swinging, or did he get a bat on it? He did. Barely made contact. He's still alive to count 1-2.
What's that cutter? Just getting a piece of it. Buy another pitch. Hopefully it's a mistake.
Duran again, very small lead, just about 4 feet. And a 1-2. Sprayed that high and wide. Sox with 2 runs in the second, 2 runs in the 7th. And a 2-2 home. Go off that one foul. He's had a couple of cuts where he's barely made contact to stay up there. Next pitch will be the 7th of the at bat. Trying to get this run in from third. Cuts and misses for strike 3. So 2 away. It's up to Contreras now. He's had an outstanding night with 3 hits. A triple and 2 singles. His first triple since September of last year. Infield backing up to normal depth. Nothing in 1. Duran leading off the inning with his first triple of the year. But now 2 away. That rolls away. Here comes the runner trying to score. Duran trying to put on the brakes, and he's going to be tagged out by Jensen to retire the side. Well, he saw a little bit of an opening, but Jensen did good work to gather it and get him.
He sees that scoot away, thinking maybe he's got a shot, he can avoid Jansen, but give him credit. He jumps on that ball and gets into it quick. Unable to get him in from third base, and the previous 2 hitters just trying to do something to create a run. Hopefully it holds up.
Chapman coming in. Time for our game summary presented by Sullivan Tire, official tire and auto service of the Red Sox. Connolly early, 6 1/3. He can win the ball game. Duran with the big home run. Waka went 6 strong innings. He was tough. Perez 3 for 4 with a solo home run. But now it's Chapman time. The left-hander Aroldis Chapman out of the bullpen. Red Sox up 4-3, bottom of the 9th. As he deals ball 1 on Starling Marte.
The man has been fantastic. 18th appearance, perfect 11 for 11 in save opportunities. Look at that ERA and whip.
And a little pop up into short right, racing out Contreras, lunging, can't get it. It drops in for a hit. Marte dunking a base hit into right, and the leadoff man is aboard, representing the tying run for Kansas City in the 9th inning.
Well, just out of the reach. Wilson gives it an effort. See where Myers playing. He's playing up the middle. He's going to try to get over here at this ball too, but he didn't have a chance.
Marte 7 for 18 against Aroldis Chapman.
You may not write home about that one, but it counts.
And we'll bring up Jensen. Carter Jensen will bat for the first time. So a runner on in the 9th inning for Kansas City. Lane Thomas has come to the on deck circle. And Chapman will deal. Red Sox had the leadoff man on a triple reach third base. In the top of the inning, could not bring him in. Missed a chance to have a bit of a cushion.
Chappie did get up last night. Kind of got loose. They exploded. He sat back down, but you throw a few. They thought they were going to have to need him in this 9th to close it out. But
2-0 in there for strike to the slider. Marte leading off first. And a 2-1 pitch on the way to Jensen. It's going to be ball 3.
everything's been up. Even that breaking ball they do for a strike was top of the zone.
Jensen has the count his way, and the lefty with a 3-1. Big cut and a miss. And a breaking ball.
3-1 breaking ball.
And full count. Did he go? He did. It's a swing and a miss. It got by, and the runner will advance down to second. Jensen strikes out. So one man away. Jensen fans.
See another breaking ball. 3-2. Did he go? Yeah, he did. Problem here is ball gets away from Narvaez. Well, Carlos throws this ball to first base. Really no need. He's out. He's occupied. Bailey's going to go have a little chat with Chapman. Give him a little break. That's a 3-1, 3-2 breaking ball. He's trying to throw some fastballs. Left them both up.
So tying run gets into scoring position. Lane Thomas will be the batter. He is announced as the hitter. Get a right hand stick up there. Ruled a pass ball to get Marte down a second. And one out. With Michael Garcia on deck. He's been really tough on lefties. Thomas 212 with a home run. And Chapman's first one. Pop foul out of play. And the 0-1 pitch. Left it down. Split. More of the off-speed stuff from the big guy.
So 97, first pitch.
Marte with his lead at second. 1-1. Popped up. Marcelo out. Abreu in. Abreu's going to get there and make the catch, and 2 down. Red Sox 1 out away. Got to get through Garcia, who is 0 for 4 tonight, but started the evening .389 against left-handers.
So that will get up to 98. That's nice. Almost strike one for Chapman. He's been doing ever since he got here in Boston, about a 70% clip.
Now one more man to get. And the first one to Garcia. Fouled back for strike one. 98. Two down, bottom of the ninth. The Red Sox leading 4-3. 0-1 pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike. Connolly early, 6 1/3. Then it was Weissert, Giovanni Moran, and now Aroldis Chapman. 1-1. Little dribbler foul. 1-2.
That's what getting strike one does, right? You know he's got 99 in the tank. If you're a hitter, you're gearing up for that. But when it's 0-1, there comes the split, the slider. Everything's in the back of your head a little bit, and you forget about 99. Makes everything more effective. Count leverage, get ahead.
Chappie from the set. 1-2. Got a piece of it.
Bundy.
Biggest fastball tonight, 100 miles an hour. What does he serve Garcia here with 2 out? Man at second. 1-2 pitch. Ground ball chopped to third. Durbin handles that and gets him, and the Red Sox win it. They sweep the series here in Kansas City. Chapman continues to be automatic. 27 consecutive saves for Aroldis Chapman. 4-3 to final.
Well, it was a big game here. Connolly early came out and did what he needed. They needed length. This bullpen, especially the back end, was beat up. He did it. Give a lot of credit to Weissert and Moran, and of course Chapman. But offensively, you know, Jarren Duran, the 2-run homer, you know, early on putting a couple of runs up on this board. But Jarren having a great month, had a great road trip. You sweep this team, you get back, and you start playing better at home. Very important for this next trip home.
Fun trip for the Red Sox. They go 4-2 in this Red Sox win. Presented by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. And stay tuned for WB Mason Extra Innings Live. TC and Lenny will break it all down. A sweep in Kansas City. Jemai will also talk with Jarren Duran. That and more.